Hello and welcome. Multiplying polynomials is our topic for today. To understand the concept, we'll be looking at some examples. Let's understand the concept with the example itself. The first question says simplify, and we write the question here. Negative x squared minus 4x minus 5 multiplied by y plus 2. The basic rule of how to multiply polynomials is that each expression or each term in parentheses 1 is multiplied by whole of the parentheses 2. That is, the distributive property is applied. So negative x square is first multiplied by the whole of y plus 2. Then negative 4x is multiplied by y plus 2, and the negative 5 is multiplied with this parentheses. So let's see how we write down. So we write down negative x squared times y plus 2, negative 4x times y plus 2, and then negative 5 times y plus 2. Now we apply the distributive property and we multiply and open up the terms. Negative x squared is multiplied by y, so we get negative x squared y. Negative x squared times positive 2 is negative 2x squared. This is our first expression that is solved. Now we apply the distributive property here. Negative 4x times y is 4xy. Negative 4x times the positive 2 is negative 8x. Now here negative 5 times the positive y is negative 5y, while a negative 5 times a positive 2 is negative 10. Now what we do is we combine the like terms if there are any. So let's see if there are any like terms. Any x square y term, we see it's not there. Any x square term, that's also not present. xy is not present again. Only x, no term with that. Only y, no term, and no constant are also there. So this is our final answer. Let's see which term matches to this. Let's rearrange this in some order. It has negative x square y minus 4xy minus 5y minus 2x squared minus 8x minus 10. So this matches to option B. Right? So this is the final answer. Let's try some more examples. Here we are given negative 4x minus 4 times 4p minus 5. Again the same rule. The first term is written here of the first parentheses with the second parentheses all together. Then negative 4, that is the second term, and then the next parentheses. So now we do this. Negative 4x times 4p is negative 16px. Negative 4x times the negative 5. So the negative and the negative when multiplied become positive. 4 times 5 is 20, and the x here. Negative 4 times 4p is negative 16p, and then a negative times a negative is a positive, and 4 times 5 is 20. Any like terms we see here? I don't think so, because px is here. Px is not appearing anywhere, neither single x nor p nor any other constant. So this is the final answer. Let's see with which term it matches to. Not the first one, neither the second nor the third. Option D matches with the answer. Let's rearrange this in terms of the final answer, that is negative 16px minus 16p plus 20x plus 20. Since our answer was in this form, so we rearranged this, otherwise this was also correct. So let's look at the next example. Negative 4x minus 3 times negative x plus 1. So again the same rule, negative 4x times negative x plus 1 minus 3 times negative x plus 1. Now we apply the distributive property first to the first parentheses. So negative 4x times negative 6. Two negatives when multiplied become positive. 4x times x becomes 4x squared. Negative times a positive is a negative. Negative 4x times 1 is negative 4x. Then a negative times a negative is a positive 3x. And a negative times a positive is again negative 3. So let's see if you have some like terms over here. 4x squared is independent and alone. 4x squared. These two terms seems to be like terms. So negative 4 and a positive 3 is negative 1x, and this is minus 3 as it is. So we can do away with the 1. 4x squared minus x minus 3, which matches to option B. This is the correct answer. I hope multiplication is becoming easier now. Now here it says x squared minus 2x plus 2 to the power of 2. Anything raised to the power 2 means it is multiplied by itself again. So we write down another step. The power of 2 becomes like this. So what we do, we follow the simple step. The first term as it is, then the whole parentheses, then we write the second term, and then the second parentheses, and then the third term and the next parentheses, that is the second one. So now we apply distributive property. X squared times x squared is x to the power of 4. X squared times negative 2x is negative 2x to the power of 3, and x squared times a positive 2 is plus 2x squared. Now we apply the distributive property to the second parentheses. Negative 2x times this is negative 2x cubed. A negative times a negative is a positive. 2x times 2x is 4x to the power of 2, and negative 2x times a positive 2 is negative 4x. Let's write the third parentheses. A positive 2 times an x squared is plus 2x squared. A positive 2 times a negative 2x is negative 4x, and a positive 2 times a positive 2 is a positive 4. Now we put the like terms together. So which all are the like terms? Let's see. x4 is all by itself, so x4 comes here. We have now looking at the x cubed term. So this is one x cubed term, this is another one. So negative 2 minus 2 is negative 4x to the power of 3. Now x square term, we have a positive 2x square, a positive 4x square, and a positive 2x square, another one. So 2 plus 4 6 plus 2 is 8x squared. Now the only x terms are negative 4x and negative 4x. So negative 4 minus 4 is negative 8x, and the only constant left is positive 4, or the only term is this. So this is our final answer, which matches to, let's see, 4x cubed plus 8x squared. This matches to option C. Let's look at another example. Negative x minus 2 times 4d minus 5. Our rule remains the same. First term, second parentheses, second term, second parentheses again. Now we apply the distributive property. Negative x times 4d is negative 4dx. Negative x times negative 5 is a positive 5x. Negative 2 times 4d is negative 8d, while a negative 2 times a negative 5 is a positive 10. Let's see if any like terms are there. Don't think so. dx is all by itself, no x term, no d term, and only one constant. So we can arrange this: negative 4dx minus 8d plus 5x plus 10. So let's see which option it matches to. I think it's option C. It's the correct answer. I hope now you'll be able to do multiplying of polynomials by your own. Thank you and bye bye.